This is going to be Corso's third time on the VeeFam sessions, and I'm just here for it. So without further ado, everybody, his friends call him Nick, his family calls him Corso, Mr. Nick Corso, guys.
How's it going?
Amazing if I could stay logged on here.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Excited for the weekend. Some nice relaxation, and then excited for the holiday. A lot of fun comics coming. So
yeah, I can't wait to get into all of it. Are you able to relax? Like, are you able to shut it down for a little bit? I know you're into the gym now and pickleball and the whole deal, but are you able to decompress?
yeah, I am. I haven't been playing a lot of pickleball because it's pretty costly to play in the city, and nobody's playing outside right now.
Right.
So it's kind of tough to play. So I haven't even been playing. This past weekend, it was a full-on relaxation weekend. I wanted to do a 72-hour fast. So I was like, no better weekend, no better way to spend a weekend when fasting than to just chill at my apartment. Like I literally just chilled here the whole weekend and just watched Harry Potter, played some games, watched some YouTube. It was great.
Nice.
That was what I call a relaxing weekend.
Yeah, I mean, Mikey, he was blowing up your spot last week saying how you're just kind of a focused Falcon right now, working. So it's good to hear that you're getting some relaxation and some me time. Before, I don't think we don't need to, by the way, thank you for coming on. Historic third time. You were the first person to come on for a second, round 2. Now that you're the first to come on for round 3, I think everyone knows who you are, but give us, and congratulations on your new pivot. Tell us what you're currently doing in all of your many positions at VeeFriends right now. Give us the update, professional update.
Yeah, professional update. I am now on the comics team full time. So I am the comics marketing associate, I think is a technical role name. So I'm on the comics team running the comics socials. Besides the YouTube, we have someone running all of our YouTubes now. So mainly the Instagram, the TikTok, working with DJ to, like plan what we're going to post. Mainly I do that and then just kind of get approval for the most part. Yeah. On top of that, I do some more with comics. I'm just blanking. I also run the vending machine ventures for all VeeFriends. And that's more of like a interim for now. I took over the role as Chase, who was the previous one running all things vending. He decided to pursue another path. So I took it on, learned it a lot. Season 3 and season 4 right around the corner. And yeah, so I have both of those to balance. But yeah, comics is super exciting. I love to be able to work with DJ, and then we have amazing, talented artists. We have one person on the team that I didn't know she was an artist. Like I just knew she helped with like content on VeeFriends, and she joined the comics team, and she's making strips, and they're great. She's making like amazing comic strips. And then we have 2 other talented artists. One's freelance. She's a mercenary, Kate Comics, and then Chris Faison. Chris Faison's we just put out his first comic strip like Wednesday, I think, and it's performing super well. So a lot of fun stuff.
You guys have definitely been crushing it. So by my count, that's 4. You have 4 artists on the team right now. That's accurate?
Yep.
And is it?
I kind of want to be one. I want to get an iPad and start drawing characters. Eventually.
You are. We're all artists.
Yeah.
You're an artist. I've seen your work.
I want to be. I'm S tier. It'd be cool. Like it's more of like a. It's so cool to watch them do it. It's like, man, like I want to be able to do that. It's one of those things. But it's one of those things too that like I could not easily, but I could practice a ton and get better. But I just haven't taken that leap of faith.
I don't think there's anything that you wouldn't excel at. Just speaking, and I'm not trying to blow up your balloon, but it's just real talk. So is it, and I don't like to step over the alpha line, but is there a scenario, or are there talks where like certain artists take on certain characters and they kind of own that character, or is it so early where you guys are just kind of playing with ideas now?
No, the 3 main comic book artists is Kate Comics, Chris, and DJ. They're all working on their own thing, and then the strips, DJ had to focus on some sketch cards, so he got Chris to start working on strips, and then they're working on New Year's strip right now, and then days after New Year. So we're at a good spot where we're building up a bank where we have, because Monday, Wednesday, Friday are new comics. So we're building up a bank. They're just kind of using whatever characters make sense. So for like a Christmas one, of course, like an Entrepreneur Elf makes sense. And for example, Chris Faison will ask in our group chat, like, because he's still learning the characters, like, what character makes sense for something like this? It's just like, oh well, this character, you have a lot. You can choose from a lot. Here's a list of 5. So yeah, they kind of just pick whatever they I guess.
That makes a ton of sense, guys. Thanks for the subs, thanks for the shares. Please share this out. Someone throw in VeeFam chat if you haven't. Tom Corso's here, and we're chopping it up. DJ, DJ's an animal. Like DJ works like you, like everyone else. He's just like perfect for VeeFriends team. What's a surprising thing that you've learned, or something that you didn't realize before, now that you're working with him like super close on the same team?
Just kind of like his like creative mind. Like he's always thinking about like he was telling us, we have a weekly call every Monday with the comics team. It's like a 2-hour call where we just like sometimes we have stuff that we go through. We go through any ideas that we came up with, and DJ will randomly be like, yeah, I was driving home from Pittsburgh and came up with this, and this. And it's like, holy shit. Like you, it was like, this is an idea I have for like a possible book or this. And it's just like, and he's like, what do you guys think? It's like, it's amazing. Like, what else do we have to say? Like everybody's like, so everybody was saying that. So it's super cool to actually like see that. Cause I knew like he came up with like a lot of the ideas of like, the first ever comic book that'll, be coming out sooner rather than later. I think it's actually, I don't know what the exact date was. I think there was a gift code update. But yeah, so like it's super exciting to see like his creative like genius, like his just mind work. And like we'll message a lot of just about like ideas or like how we want to, just content strategy, and he's got like, we're always on the same wavelength for a lot of things, which is fascinating. Like I guess I don't fully realize it, but like a lot of the things that like I'll be thinking of an idea and DJ's like, I'm thinking this, and it's like I was thinking the same thing, or like I'll say something and he's like, yep, that's what so it's just cool. Like it's cool to be able to work with someone who's high caliber like that and just going full speed.
I love that. It seems like you're really enjoying it. One of the things that stuck with me from talking to DJ when I had him on the pod is when he was kind of getting the job, or he was about to get the job. I don't remember where, but Gary and Andy were like, yeah, we're thinking like 2 to 3 comics a week or whatever the number actually was. And he's like, no, I think we need to go every day.
Yeah.
So just like the notion of like someone coming in and telling Andy and Gary, like, you need more content, like, is all you need to know.
And they're making it every day.
Yeah, totally.
What we're trying to get back to is week or daily. I mean, at least weekday daily. That's the goal. Like New Year is definitely one of the goals.
And I know people have been enjoying the Wallpaper Wednesdays.
That's my creative, so like I get to make those. I've only not made one. Of course, like I don't make the comic that it's in, but like I kind of just like format it and just make it so it fits as a phone background. Usually at a VeeFriends logo, just in case someone comes across it and they have no idea what VeeFriends is. At least VeeFriends is on it, versus them just seeing a cool character.
Right. That's very smart.
So one of the ones this past week actually had a panel from a comic that's not out yet, that'll be out closer to Christmas, which was the one with the Santa Claus, of course. Honestly, it's one of my favorite. The art on the panel is one of my favorites out of all the comic strips. So like I was so excited when I saw it. I was like, this has to be a comic. This has to be a Wallpaper Wednesday. Yeah.
I love the C note. My favorite, not that you asked, is the.
No, I'm gonna ask. What's your favorite?
The see no, hear no, say no. I can't remember the characters, but I love that.
It's offense-oriented orangutan, moral monkey, and what's the last one? A bombastic baboon. Those are the 3.
Got it. Yeah, that one hit hard for me. You and I'm gonna bounce around like personal,
Sure.
VeeFriends. Like there's so much. I'm this new mini-sode thing. I'm trying to get a decent flow. But last time we talked, it was summer of 2023. Since then, you moved to the city.
Yeah, it's been a
You're
bit, I guess, since we've been on the
you're
air.
you're just a kid in Delaware, and now you're in the big city. And you're in the office every day.
Yeah, every weekday.
What has that been like for you? Like, is it a whole new energy, a whole new era of working there, I imagine? How's
Yeah, I
that
mean,
experience been?
it was super tough at first. It was my first time ever moving. I don't really have any friends in the city. I still don't have many besides coworkers. Like I don't really have that many friends in the city. So when I first moved, it was ultra tough because not only did I only have coworkers, I had no family. Like all my family is back in Delaware, so it was tough. It was a tough like first couple months of just that alone. Like me getting around the city is pretty easy. Like I kind of picked it up pretty easily. I like the commute. It's like a 40-minute commute for me in the mornings and then to leave work. I enjoy that. So I'm trying to like I was always trying to stay busy, but at the same time, like I'm not one of those type of people that'll go out to a bar or like go to a concert. Like I don't know. I only listen to like a few people and I go to their concert. That's about it. So I'm not gonna like I don't at least not yet. Like I don't try a ton of like new activities. So it's just tough. Like I eventually started playing pickleball in the city like a month or two after moving, which was nice. Um, but yeah, and now it's a lot better. I've always been go with the flow. Like even back in Delaware and in New York is definitely that. At least in my eyes, like everybody's just kind of going with the flow. Of course, like I don't want to go with the flow, but I guess in the sense of New York, I'm going with the flow. But like work wise, of course, I'm trying to do as much as I can. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Um,
Makes
but yeah, I don't know. New York it's growing on me. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say I like it. I wouldn't say I dislike it. Work wise, it's definitely helped me grow. So I like that part of it. you just you're able to do more. Like if I had like back at home when I was still in Delaware, if like I had a slow work day and I like let's say I was just doing support that day and there wasn't that much support, like kind of just twiddling my thumbs, like wasting time. And now in the office, like when I was doing nothing, like I could be like, hey, do you need help with something? Do you need like just ask people, and then I'm able to help and learn new things. So that was definitely a good learning moment for me.
totally new dynamic. Just being able to small talk with people, water cooler talk.
Yeah.
Um, do you have like a cubicle or desk buddy, like a neighbor?
Yeah, so the people who sit next to me is Ezra on my left, and then Liam on my right. The row consists is May on the far left, Ezra, me, Liam, and Connor. Now Liam and Connor aren't in the office every day, but most days they are, and then Ezra and May usually are.
That's murderer's row. That's a lot of brain power there.
A lot of brain power.
Amazing. Very cool. Yeah, I can imagine like it's such a cool energy. Everybody talks about that HQ Vayner energy.
Yeah.
So it's probably super energizing for you. Now, going back, obviously last time we chatted, the hit the one of the big things we were talking about was Cardboard Summer. 2023 was all about Cardboard Summer. 2024, like pick your poison. Like if I don't know, and maybe you could speak to your opinion. Like if 2023 was the year of like cards and Cardboard Summer and niche communities breaking out, 2024, I mean, I would have to say like brand development and live streaming. You have the
Yeah.
cartoons, you have the book, you have the comics, you have you guys minis of Comic-Con everywhere, huge activations, Funko, Topps Chrome, you name it. We have the TCG like official championships. Whatnot is crushing, and Fanatics Live was big too for a while, and no one said Fanatics Live in a really long time, but for the whole year, like that was it. So like what like in your experience, like what are your thoughts on 2024? Like it from a macro view, how would you describe the growth in 2024?
I think it was like very good, like definitely one of the top growth years. Of course, minus like the first year, I'd say, just because the first year was the hype of NFTs in general. So like it
Thing
was
was
just
born.
yeah, but like all the events that we did, my favorite was probably Comic-Con. It's just I like it a lot better because it's not just cards. It's like it's a lot more than cards, which is definitely better, I think, for VeeFriends, like at a trade show. I guess there's two sides of it, but for me at least, I love the non-sports card focus there, and it's just like everybody loves the brand. But no, in general, like the cartoon came out, comics are stepping up. There's just so much brand development going on. It's exciting. It's big. It's taking a step in the right direction. A lot of new collectors, fans through Whatnot, through Fanatics Live. It's definitely going in the right direction. And yeah, the products have definitely stepped up too. Mikey was talking on it. Like he's designed a lot of it. The whole creative team just does a great job on those products. And just making people want them and not throw them away. Make products that they want to keep. So I think that's definitely important. And I think a lot of the products too, like an ornament, for example, if someone's just on Whatnot and they just see, oh, ornaments, cool. Like people will resonate with like a cool ornament that's of a dog that says dialed in. Maybe not the VeeFriends logo one because they don't really know VeeFriends yet, but all the other ones like you could kind of just come across and be like, oh, it's cool. Like, so I think we're taking really good steps.
So you're obviously super front facing, like working the booth at all these things, the Collecticons, the Comic Cons, National, and like let's put aside the community. Let's put aside that everyone like sitting here that let's talk to me. Like you have a lot of conversations. Maybe some people come and see like the amazing booth that you guys put together. Maybe some people know that it's Gary's project. Like what is a typical, or maybe there's a story here somewhere, something that rings a bell, but like generally, like what for the dad and son, or mom and son, or mom and daughter that don't really know what this is about, but like get pulled in a little bit at a live booth, like what is the precipice for like that light bulb going off? Is it a character? Is it the game and it's easy and accessible? Like what, in your opinion, and you've probably had dozens or hundreds of conversations, what is that?
Yeah, I think New York Comic Con, we did it the best because they do have a kids' day. It's not like a bunch of collectibles; it's just a lot of cool stuff. Like Comic Con's super cool, and so naturally kids like it. And I think what drew in a lot of people into our booth this year was a few things. One, we had just cool characters that were kind of high up, so if you're walking, you can kind of see them. That's definitely one of them. Second was we had places for people to sit and relax. Like we had beanbag chairs, we had chairs for the kids to draw. So we wanted to kind of make it a place for like it's easy. It was easier for us to welcome people in by having chairs for like beanbag chairs and just things that welcome kids and keep them there. The cartoon was playing. We had our kids book there. Like I read the kids book to someone's daughter, and they loved it. So like there's a lot of fun ways. Like we had a lot of fun, creative ways to keep people in. We had snacks. We had free popcorn all weekend. Um, our team, Jen, who was running Comic-Con, she wanted to have stroller parking to make it even easier, but we didn't have room for that. So yeah, we just try to like make it as like welcoming as possible. Like you walk in and you feel welcomed and yeah, like you feel not necessarily feel at home because it's definitely a tough thing to do, but try to make it feel as comfortable and cool as possible for anybody just walking by.
Amazing. So stroller parking in 25 is something that we're striving for.
Give us the room. If they give us the room, like I guess it could happen. Like I don't see why not, unless Jen's mind changes on that. But great idea.
What is Jen's last name?
Jen Luck.
Okay, and she's on the events team.
Yeah, I forget her exact role, but she runs part of the ship there.
Got it. You know me, I'm gonna sniff her out.
she'd be a great guest. She's got a lot of experience outside of VeeFriends. Connor and Liam as valet strollers. That's hilarious.
Bring me to where you're reading the kid's book to the kid. Like, do you like that? Are you able to like be yourself and settle in, or do kids make you feel uneasy?
I was able to settle in. I talked to the parents the day before, and they're like, "Yeah, we're bringing our daughter tomorrow, like a 4-year-old daughter, and she's super into these VeeFriends. Like she loves them. Because I think they brought her on the Friday or Thursday. This was the Saturday when they told me. And we chatted for like 30 minutes just about like what VeeFriends is doing, all that. And then at the end, I can't believe I forgot about the kids book. At the end, I was like, oh, we have a kids book as well, and I explained like what the kids book is about, and they're like, she'll love that. And I was like, awesome. Well, they pretty much said they wanted to come back and have her read it, and if she liked it, she'd buy it. So I got the book out, and I was gonna go give it to her, and she almost seemed like I was gonna read it to her. I was like, "You want me to read it to you?" And she was like, "Sure." So we sat down on the beanbag chair. It was nice and relaxed, and like I was like able to just plop down on a busy day for 20 minutes or whatever, and just read the book to its entirety. And then she was able to kind of depict some of the lessons. Oh, my camera went blurry. We're good. Depict some of the lessons from the book at 4 years old too, because like she was watching the cartoons the first day that she was there, and she was picking up the lessons too with her parents.
Pretty good at 4.
Very, very bright kid. And loved the book. They got a book, and yeah, it was cool.
And just like that, you're the elder statesman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of that, your pin tweet right now for a while was super cool moment. You and Gary at his birthday when he kind of pulled over and gave you a nice talk. But I think in there you talk about leaving college, and I'm on like a big after school kick now in my own life. But curious, like you mentioned how leaving school to pursue this gig full time was a fantastic decision. I want to, from a kind of a personal standpoint, I want to ask you about it. Like, was it a gradual thing that happened where it just felt right, or was there a moment that you're like, I'm doing this, I'm gonna jump ship, I don't need the college to fall back on, I'm gonna pursue this?
Yeah.
How did it work for you?
So, I mean, me and my brother were kind of like in the same boat. Like, we didn't really want to continue, but we kind of had to. It's just like, you kind of just got to go through it. And then I don't remember how the call came about, but I was on a call with Andy and maybe like May, because I think May was my manager at the time. And they wanted to offer me a full-time position. And I was like, I'd love to. I just want to finish this last semester. I think this was like a February or January of 2022. Yeah, 2022. And they're like, that's fine. Like the offer will be there when you're done. And so once I got that offer, it was kind of like, all right, like this is what I'm going to do. I told my parents about it right away. My mom was the one who wanted me to. She was like, I don't think you should do that. Like, you should continue with school. And my dad's always just like, he's chill. He was just like, whatever your mom wants you to do. But eventually, I think it was in the summer at this point, after finals, after VCon 1. And I told my mom and my dad was like, hey, I accepted the full-time offer. And she was like, does that mean you're not going to school? And I was like, yeah. And she kind of accepted it. Like, she wasn't like upset or anything. She was just like, well, please make sure like you unenroll so you don't get like charged for it or whatever. And yeah, and then the rest was history.
And moving up the ladder. So obviously no there. It's just fun. Gary's whole like, fuck like very pro education. It just makes sense. Like, one of the best guys doing that. I love that. So we've played a game before, and I alluded to before, there's so much. We played a remember when game. So I just want to 2024, obviously, like I'm very much anticipating the official blog of the year in review. But I'm going to rattle off some events, things, and just tell me, where you were when you found out, maybe a special moment, maybe if you had any, pivotal part in the creation or execution of anything.
Sure.
So number one, the announcement of the Topps Chrome partnership. I know you're a card guy even before. Topps Chrome is huge. So where were you when you found out like this is happening with VeeFriends?
I think it was just like a random meeting. I think it was like maybe not random, but it was like a brief meeting, and they were like, "Hey, like Topps Chrome, Notorious Ninja, blah blah blah, important information in the middle, releasing New York Comic Con." Honestly, I think it was a brief. I know we had a brief about Topps Chrome in general. At least that's what I remember. I was super excited because I always liked collecting Topps Chrome. It's a fun set.
It's the best product.
And then I was actually told at another meeting when I think that's when this next meeting was kind of when I realized like, okay, Notorious Ninja, like this is a promo card. That's when I was told like, hey, you're gonna be one handing them out to every single person. So that was a super cool moment. So I was like, shit, like I got a big responsibility because we didn't want people to get more than one. So we had to like try to like
Right.
remember people's faces, which is tough. Like first day, it didn't go bad, it didn't go great. I probably gave like 5 or 6 people more than one, two, but it is what it is. Everybody makes mistakes. I remember the community's face. Like that's the easiest for me. It was like the other people that were there.
Right.
But yeah, that was a long answer for that question. But
no, I appreciate it. You can go as long as you like. So you were excited.
yeah,
I know you're there a long time. Like I want to see, like I want to hear like you standing up in the middle of a meeting, like high fiving somebody or hugging, like we got Topps Chrome. You're not that senior yet. So VeeFriends, the first ever VeeFriends TCG sanctioned tournament happened this year. It wasn't long before we had the VeeFriends TCG Championship. Talk to us about that event, because that event was a long time coming. The last summer of 23, you had the Alpha Playtest tournament. Fast forward to this year, it's official, and we have a champion. So your thoughts on that? How you participated as a big fan of the game?
Yeah, so it was actually super cool. I was kind of already brainstorming like on my own. I was just bored one night. I think you know what? It was so Ron was trying to figure out how he wanted to do his sanction tournament. So I hopped on. I was like, "Yo, like, are you free?" It was like 9 p.m. on some random night, and I was like, "Are you free? Like, I could try to help you out." And I just kind of helped him like make the format for his tournament. And I was like, "I'm gonna build this out a little bit more." Shout out to Daniel. I just saw that message. I was like, I'm gonna build this out more just because I've always liked seeing like the structure of tournaments in general, like not even trading card games, but like the easy one I always go to is Rocket League. Like I just love like the different tournament formats that I've seen over time, and so I I just started making formats and like testing them out like with just like characters. Like I just put like the names instead of like a list of like people actually playing. I just put character names and just kind of messed around with it and just see how like seeding would work and stuff. And so I showed that to Jen because she was running the TCG, all things TCG, and that's what she'll be doing next year as well. And she was like, "This is amazing! Like, help help me." And so I started kind of helping out like wherever it was needed. I told her too. I was like, "I want to help. This is what I've done. Like, is this helpful?" And yeah, so I was actually the person who created the tournament format, and then
Nice.
it actually changed a little bit because the way I planned it, not everybody would have played 5 games. You would only play like you would get eliminated if you lost 3. You wouldn't play anymore, and if you won 3, you would move on. Was the way it was supposed to be in the Swiss, but we never had we partnered with Cardio like a week and a half before it. And I never got to do like a full on test run of a tournament. So when we did it, I realized that everybody plays 5 games regardless in the Swiss. And so that kind of messed up the format a little bit, but it was fine. So I kind of ran all that. Like I ran the cardio like at the tournament, and yeah, like it was super cool be a proponent in that. Like, it was definitely important. Like, I was the one who said, like, yeah, we should use cardio, or at least it wasn't my executive decision, but I was like, it looks like it'll be helpful. Like, we should do it. I gave my 2 cents. That's what I did in the meeting. But yeah, I was able to play a big role. I think it's a big role, and make the tournament a success. Got to see Soggy Waffles win. My money was on Ron from the beginning. I was like, Ron's winning this. So to see him go in the final and get taken down by Soggy was sad for my prediction, but it was awesome to see Soggy win. Like, it's a cool story. And he played well.
Yeah, I'm very much anticipating the 2025 season of how the tournament schedule is going to shake out, and the banter and the storylines and all of the good stuff that happens.
There's going to be a lot of fun stuff. Like, I'm working alongside with Jen for all things TCG as much as I can, at least for 2025. So it's underway.
You're in a lot of meetings, vending, mini,
like
TCG.
I don't have that many meetings, to be honest, but like, yeah, like I have my hands in a few piles, a few whatever. Yeah.
As you probably heard at the top of this show, one of the new things about this kind of format is I'm letting the community ask some questions. So Dom, who is an OG, by the way, Dom Rue, he asked, who has replaced Corso as the king of the VeeFriends Discord now that Corso is more on the comics, cards, and content side?
I still run the Discord. That's like the one thing I kept. Daniel was like, do you want to do what? Because when Jeremy left like the socials team, he still runs the Twitter. And so he kind of Daniel mentioned that to me. I was like, yeah, I'll still run the Discord. Like, no sweat. And yeah, so nobody's dethroned me or replaced me. I'd be like, if someone needed to and they wanted to do more with the Discord, I just didn't have the time. Like, I'm happy to. I'd be sad to, but I'd be happy to, because it's like I pass the keys to someone else. But to add on to that question, to maybe answer for some people who don't know, Liam took over the customer support that I was doing. So I no longer have hands in customer support. I mean, I'm still there to help, and I help answer questions. And then Treasure Chest is Jeremy's now. So I handed the torches to them for those specific projects.
Got it. Thanks for the insight. So, and we're really getting we're really talking about micro stuff. Like, we're in the weeds here. But just to back it up a little bit for everybody, I mentioned that this is next Corso's third time. Check out episode 19. Check out episode 30. 19 is
I gotta watch it back.
Origin story. Daniel, the head of community, wrote the goat emoji. Like, this guy literally wrote the handbook for moderators in the VeeFriends Discord. Like, you're employee number 7? Like, he's been around the block. Incredible story. If you've ever filled out a ticket in the Discord, there's a 98% chance that you fulfilled it. Like, check out the origin story to hear how he got to where he is in what seems like a long time ago, but in reality it's just less than a half a decade. So I had to throw that out there.
A bit. Yeah.
The last remember when is, and I tease this. I actually have a tweet up. When did you take on the arbitraging admiral? Because we know there was a photo that circulated Halloween of 23 where you dressed like him for Halloween. But when did you become the admiral?
I mean, that's when I officially was like, all right, I'm the admiral. Because backstory with that, we were going on the Halloween float, like it was a Halloween thing. I was like, I thought everybody would be dressing up on the team, or at least have something. Nobody dressed up, so I'm like the only one, and I'm dressed up as the admiral. Like Mikey, I'll call him Mikey. He's wearing a hoodie and sweatpants. I think one person dressed up. Might have been Jen. Like, she had like something simple, but at least it was something, But so I was like, I'm gonna dress up as the admiral. Like, I think. That was when I like had the stash, everything. I was like, I'm gonna dress up as the admiral, like, because people like gave me the comparisons. I think Koski might have made like the first ever like side by side comparison with like the series 2 and then a picture of me. I think it was him made like the first like comparison. I was like, yeah, maybe I am. Whenever that was, I don't remember. But fast forward to Halloween is when I was like, I'm gonna be the Admiral for Halloween, and then I was like, I am the Admiral. And now it's evolved. Like the Admiral does news. He's a news.
That was gonna be my part B to the question.
When did that come about?
Well, yeah, never.
Halloween.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't record it on. Oh wait, maybe I did. I think I recorded it on Halloween because I was dressed up as the Admiral for Halloween. I was the only person dressed up in the office again besides Jeremy.
So this is 2024 now.
2024, a year later. I was year later. I was dressed up as the Admiral again. And May was like, "Hey, like, do you want to do the news thing and dress up as the Admiral? Like, do you want to do the news as the Arbitrage Admiral?" I was like, "Sure," because Courtney did it the week before. It was great, and I was like, "Sure," like I guess. And they had like a whole script. And so we have a script every week. It's actually like I really hope we make a bloopers. Because there's a lot of funny moments of me just like messing up like this, like the simplest thing like 3 times. And at first, like it was tough because like I've never like sat and like recorded something with a script. I don't always go by the script. I just kind of like memorize like the key points and kind of just say it as it comes out. It's typically how I do it. But like at first, like we would try to do it all in like we would only once we get one good take, like one take that I didn't mess up, we would just go on to the next one. But now we get like multiple takes in order to just like make it the best. So it's been fun. And this week, tomorrow, we have a co-host
for the news.
For the news, just for this week's news, maybe the future ones. But yeah, going by the script was definitely tough, especially because like I keep forgetting that like they update the sheet. It's the same sheet every time, and I just don't go and check it beforehand, because if I could like check out the script, if I had the script a week before, which wouldn't make sense, like not even a week, like 3 days before, I could memorize it and then just do it. Like I could do that, but like I'd be saying it in the shower, like before I go to bed, on the subway, I'll just be saying, it's the Arbitrage and Admiral back to bring you this week's VeeFriends news, like on the freaking subway. Like I remember, like, so like the intro and the outros are super easy, but like all the contents, because a lot of it too is just like we want to say specific things, like specific keywords. So that's part of it. It's just like tough, but it's a lot of fun. Like it's fun to record them. A lot of funny moments. I think there might be a bloopers video in the works. If there's not, I'll continue to push for it. But the team's been doing a great job with it.
I think that's mandatory. I think there's got to be someone in that building that knows how to edit.
There's definitely some really good bleepers. Oh yeah. The person who edits it is Jessie. She's been doing a great job. She was the one who did the ornament video as well. She's done a lot of the editing. She's been with VeeFriends for I think just about 3 years now too, or it is over 3 years I think. So she's a pretty OG person, just behind the scenes, like doing her own thing. And so she's the one who edits the Admiral news videos, the VeeFriends news videos. But she was the one who did the ornaments video that was recent, the 25-hour stream one. Yeah, if you remember that video. I explained it good enough.
Well, I said this last week. In a year where, VeeFriends Cards has stepped up their content game, VeeFriends has stepped up the content game, the cartoon has dropped. Like that is my favorite content of the year. Like you just owned that.
You're saying
news.
I thought you were saying the cartoons, and I was going to counter you with what about the comics? But thank you, that's awesome.
You just owned it, and like the energy, and like it makes sense to have that. I know you guys do a fantastic job at the blog, but it makes sense to have that in that format as well. But yeah, like just crushing it, and I like the team's got to love it too. I know the fam loves it. Yeah,
everybody who's listening to this, like, make sure you're commenting on every single one. Like I see who comments. I don't know if I seen Greek Mike comment on the last one. Maybe I'm mistaken and calling him out for no reason, but make sure you comment.
Mike,
like,
shout out.
I'm always trying to interact with the chat, like the comments too. So I love seeing people comment. Like I even have like my sister comments. Like some of my friends from back in Delaware will comment now. So it's super cool to be able to like reshare it on my story, and like people are commenting that I have a friend who kind of knows what I do at VeeFriends, but like he doesn't like fully understand VeeFriends, and he's like, he's watched them, he enjoys them. He's like, I have no idea what any of this means, but it's great. Like, it's literally what he told me, I think yesterday we were talking about it.
And like, it's really interesting. Like, you could be the only live action character.
We
Right?
had some other ideas that or DJ's wife specifically had another idea. I guess I could share because it's just an idea where I would dress up as the Admiral and like review comic strips that came out. Like, this is the comic of the week, like that kind of thing, and have like the Arbitrage and Admiral like just go through the comic. But it would be a lot better if we had like the comics physical, like a comic strip physical, which I guess we could print. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of ways we could do it, but like we're definitely brainstorming on like what else we could do with the Admiral. I definitely need to get a better Admiral hat. That's like number one on my bucket list. And then maybe eventually we'll have like a full on like like a shirt and everything that actually looks like the Arbitrage and Admiral. Like that.
Yeah.
That would be sick. Like, it's not needed, but it would be sick.
I think we're all here for that. And then for Halloween 2025, you have to dress up as the Considerate Cowboy.
It's actually so funny that you just said that, because we were talking about something yesterday. I think I was with Andy, and it was 2 nights ago. And I brought up, I was like I always could like do something with the Considerate Cowboy too. He's like, no, you're the Admiral. Like, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what was said, but like, I could easily dress up as the Considerate Cowboy. His mustache is just as good as the Admiral's.
Oh, of course.
I'm not like, I don't think there's any confusion there. Like, I think everybody knows Considerate Cowboy's mustache is great, and he has an origin story already in the comics. Admiral doesn't, so that's a problem. I don't want to push at like any like. It's tough because like I want to see a comic with like the lemur like as the star or the Admiral, but at the same time it's like, nah, I want to see other people's characters shine. Like, when it makes sense, like DJ or Chris or Allie will make one with the character. So like, I'm not worried. I would love to see some nice comics with the Admiral and the lemur. That's my goal. That's my dream, I should say, not my goal.
Did you see the clip when Mikey was talking about messing around with you and putting the lemur into designs? And then
they would
get scrapped?
Well, he didn't do it because he knew that it'd get scrapped. He was like, I'm gonna try. And then like people was like, no, we gotta remove this character, that character. It's like, come on. It's tough. It's a tough world for the lemur, man. And then like, I didn't even know he was a tier 1 in the trading card game until until the community found out. So like, I was learning as other people were. I was trying to get lemurs, and people were wanting like $90 for a core. I'm like, brother, it's a core. Like, come on. And then I realized it's a tier 1. I was like, got it. Like, makes sense.
Yeah,
that's cool.
These card folks love the lemur.
Yeah, that's cool, but not cool for me. I want to collect them.
I know. Number one for the chat. Thank you guys for following. This is the VeeFam Network, historic third time on the VeeFam sessions, live VeeFam sessions on the VeeFam Network. We're here with Corso. Please follow, please share. We're doing Corso Trivia in just a couple minutes. One more question for me, and then I'm going to pivot to a couple from the community.
Sure.
The last 555 spaces, it was an interesting question. I can't remember if it was Daniel or Andy, but someone was like, where should we host this kind of weekly congregation? And, Discord, we could have a lengthy conversation about Discord in of itself. It used to be the hub. It's where everything got started, and it's where everyone congregated. But now, over the years, it's became Twitter Spaces and the Twitter timeline, and then group chats in there. And then now we have Whatnot and Twitch streams and all of these different places that people are scattered. So I guess I have a double-edged question. One, what are your thoughts on Discord now? It's no surprise to you that a lot of people stay away from it because A, it's not native, and B, there's people say it's just not for them. Whether they say it's toxic and there's too much negativity sometimes or whatnot. So is your take on the Discord, and where do you think, I'll pitch it back to Andy's question, where do you think a town hall meeting belongs? Do you think it belongs on the Discord or Twitter or a combination?
Yeah, so first question, Discord. The VeeFriends Discord's been in an interesting spot for past year. I think there's no surprise there in me saying that. I think it's like it feels like it's picking up a little bit now. Andy's been super active in there, which is great. Like people love that. The team's just trying to be more active in there. I still think it's a great spot for community interaction. But like you said, it's not native, and so if there's other mediums of communication that are more native, like naturally people are going to go there. And a lot of the people newer to the community, like they're not. It doesn't seem like they're really like into Discord. Like the way they interact with the community is like in the Whatnot streams or on the Instagram is what it seems like. I think there is a way to get those people into the Discord and Discord pops more. I think it's just a matter of like how we play it. Like we definitely want to try to get some more like comics like interaction in the Discord, for example. Whether that's like posting a teaser or like, hey, like DJ could pop them like, hey, this is what I'm working on. Like, what do you guys think? Should I change this? Like, so like things like that. Like there's always like fun ways we can try to create more engagement. It's just a matter of like when it's right. So like that's kind of like the balance that we're looking for. We're definitely wanting to have more of a presence for like comic stuff in the Discord because comics are cool. And there's a lot of ways like the community can actually play a role in the comics. Like we have our comics jam stream weekly, which will be during the 25-hour stream tomorrow, 5:30 to 6:30. That's a plug. You guys need to be there Eastern time. But no, like we make comics with the chat there. Like we either let the chat pick random characters and we put it on a spin, like a spinner wheel, or we come up with characters and let the chat pick out of those characters. And then we make the storyline with the chat, the background, the scene, like everything, the plot. DJ doesn't finish the comic on the stream because it's a little tough to do that in an hour and a half. It usually takes him 4 to 5 hours, depending on how many characters and what the background is and all that. So things like that. Like I think the more like people want it, like the community wants to be involved with what VeeFriends is doing. Mostly, I think I could probably confidently say mostly everybody wants that. Like they want to be involved in some way, whether that's making their own thing like you did with your podcast, with everything you do, with what To the Moon does. That's their way of like being involved, I'd say. And then there's some people who watch and enjoy that kind of stuff, but they also deep down they still want to like try to play a role. And I think the comics jam, for example, is like the perfect segue for that, perfect like road for that. And so I think there is a way we could use the Discord to help that, to show that. So like someone who might only be on Discord and maybe on our Twitter, like is in the Discord and DJ's like, yo, what character should I use for this kind of comic strip? And someone's just a big fan of like Innovative Impala. It's like the Innovative Impala, and if it makes sense in the comic, DJ's like, sure, like we'll do it. And so that's just cool because then you can go back and you're like, the reason why the Impala is in that comic is because I said that in the Discord or on the live stream. Because like I think there was like an idea I had for one of the comics. It was I don't remember which one. One of the comics jams one we made, and I just had an idea, and it's in the comic. And I go back to the comic, and I'm just like, that was my idea. Like this is so cool, and I'm on the team. Like so I can't imagine like as a community member, like you give an idea, and it's in a comic strip that's posted on our socials, that's engraved in VeeFriends history, and it's like you're like that was the idea you had, or that was the character you put in the chat that got picked. Like it's I think it's super cool. So that's to wrap back to Discord. I think that's a play that the comics team has been thinking of how we can involve the Discord more too, because we do with the live streams. How do we involve the Discord with those live streams and just in Discord in general? And then I forget your second question, but you can say what you're going to say and then remind me.
No, that's a great. It's a great tactic with the just empowering people, and it's one of those flexes, like you said, like no one's gonna forget that, and it's a flex you can't buy, right? Yeah. It's just a different kind of dynamic. So I love that you guys are on it. The second part of the question was if there is a town hall, like an official. I know there's a lot of different shows out there, but an official 555 State of the Union updates show that's not VeeFriends News with the Admiral, where that's more interactive? Where do you feel like it belongs?
Honestly, I have two takes, and they're definitely like one makes some sense. The other one is kind of like left field. The one that I think makes sense is like a whatnot, but the whatnot doesn't have like the capability of like having like multiple people on the stage or whatever. But whatnot is one of our biggest live audiences. It is our biggest live audience. That's easy to say. So I think that's a great way for us, even if it's like a coach, a restream to whatnot would be, I think, massive. But Twitter definitely just has really good like it's just good for how we do it. Like we get to bring people up, like invite people up. We can see people reacting. The left field one I think is YouTube. YouTube's always been. I've lived on YouTube and Twitch, for example, for my whole life. Like I've always liked YouTube. I've always liked Twitch. I think YouTube is a good spot for two reasons. One, because the archive is saved there. We can put it in a playlist. People can go back, re-listen.
Yep.
And we could use something like what we're doing now with StreamYard, and we can bring people up and see their faces. And you can see the faces of Jeremy and Daniel and Andy on here chatting with people. Now, it'll be harder to bring on like a Gary because he might not be able to be on camera, but I think it's still important to see people because you can see like how they're actually saying it and see like their emotions, see their intent. Not their intent. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Like you can just kind of see like how much it actually means to them, because if you're just sitting behind a phone and you're listening, like it's kind of hard to like fully like grasp like how much they care. And then you get to just see Daniel's pretty face and Jeremy's. Yeah,
I like that idea. I would sign up for YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, Twitch. I think YouTube makes the most sense because it archives easier. But audience wise, like I don't know how we'd get the audience over. That'd just be like the tricky part. But
yeah, with the StreamYard type situation, you could stream to X and YouTube.
You can restream to Twitch.
Oh, there
TikTok.
You go. Appreciate that. That's awesome. And looking at some of the other questions, you kind of hit on this. This is from Riley, and I'm going to kind of zoom this out a little bit. So he asked, "Why is Barkney good for the community and VeeFriends?" So let me make that a little bit more broad. Like, why are that they put together, him and Carney, as you know, put together an awesome community centric Discord. So why are community initiatives like that good for the community and VeeFriends?
Yeah, I mean, anytime we see community members like creating something, it's great because they're creating it because they love VeeFriends so much that they want to. I think it goes back to like the building, like they want to be involved in some way, and what they're doing with Barkney is they're trying to strengthen the core community, and like grow with them more and like hang out with them more over like there's probably a stream in their Discord right now watching us say this. And so like that's cool. People get to like have conversations while it's happening. Like that was cool that Rob said that or that Corso said that or whatever. Like they can say it on the spot and they can have conversations real time while still like supporting like a VeeFriend stream, for example. So like it's super cool. Like just when any community member like takes the initiative and does something, like Anbag, for example, took the initiative. She's like, I'm going to make VeeFriends content. And she does a great job. Like she's probably like, she's a top VeeFriends content creator, like VeeFriends fan content creator, like Tom and Jay with To the Moon, Josh Courage with his show with Jaya. Just so many cool things. And I think Barkley is just like another one that should thrive as long as they keep doing what they plan.
I love it. Guys, get your device ready because in a second, I'm going to read this one last question, and then we're going to play Corso Trivia. I want you guys to play. I'm going to have a little prize. So get a device ready so you can play on Kahoot. So this is from who is this from? Oh, this is from Justin Smith. With taking on the new role leading the vending and VF mini project, what experience and value adds to the communities Nick going to bring that we should be excited about and leaning into? Tap into his business experience. We all know his social game, but how is that piece of VeeFriends going to thrive under a Corso-led program?
Yeah. So, good.
Take it away.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I definitely don't have business experience. I'm not doing a lot of like the business ops side of things. John Trouty is doing that side of things, but like I have really talented people around me that are able to teach me things, and so I'm learning on the go. You know, I think my advantage is like I have an ear to. I've always had an ear to the community. I've always been in the dirt, and so I know what the community wants, what they want to see, all of that. Like I've always had a grasp of that. So I think that just makes it a lot easier for me and better for them because I'm able to just share, like able to share with Trouty, like, hey, like we should do this, we should do that. And he's usually on board with a lot of the ideas. So it's just a matter of like how much I like what ideas I'm coming up with, and then or even like what the community like. I think Justin had an idea for something, and you know, I could be like, hey, like John, we should do this, and he's like, I like it, let's build it out, and it's as simple as that. And it's just a matter of me continue to find new and fun ways to grow that.
Yeah, a lot of talent and experience there, especially with him. He's got quite a resume.
Yeah.
But yeah, I concur. And your track record is no one's going to work harder than you for the community, and I've heard enough and seen enough firsthand to sign up on that boat. All right, guys.
Go.
I'm going to Corso. You can stay for VeeFriends trivia for Corso trivia, I should say. It's 5 questions. I just give away some to the moon stuff, but they don't like that anymore. The prize is gonna be announced.
Give one of their things away.
The prize pack is gonna be announced. But all right, guys, it's Kahoot. Let me set it up. Let me share my screen here.
I did see one question in the chat while you're setting that up. Dom asked, Corso, have you done more on Webtoon app? So actually, Ali has been slowly working on that. I'm not sure if there's been any new ones posted. I haven't actually checked it, but the first couple that she posted on Webtoon was pretty cool. Webtoon, for those who don't know, is like I guess I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like a digital comic website, and they have a cool way to view it. Usually it's like a scroll down. Let's see if I can find the VeeFriends account. VeeFriends Webtoon. Curious to see who joins and who's going to win.
These are all questions about Corso. If you know about Corso, maybe if you've tapped into some VeeFam sessions, episode 19 or episode 30, you'll have a leg up on the competition. Let me see if I can.
J-Lum's in.
I'm just going to put some random stuff together. This is ours. I wanted to do a slab, but all right. Here's the fun pack. I like a good fun pack. Here we go. We got a Chilla super sticker out of $3.99, an Impala out of $4.99, a Driven Dragon pin, and sealed, iconic for the season, Home Alone 2 sealed pack. Right from top.
It's a good bundle there.
That's your fun pack.
I gotta rewatch some movies.
A Mr. Messer fun pack. Yeah, where are you with Christmas movies? What's your favorite?
I love Elf. I've already watched it once. I'll probably watch it again. I usually watch Harry Potter around like either before or after Christmas, so I still got a couple more. I think I just finished number 6 on Sunday, so I still am slacking. I gotta get 7 and 8. Or 7 and 7 part 2, whatever it is. I don't know. Part 1, part 2. But I do love Home Alone. That's another one I still have to watch. There's another one I used to watch too. It was like Christmas light competition type thing. I forget what it's called.
A movie?
Yeah. Like they try to sabotage the guy's Christmas lights.
Sabotage the guy.
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
You're not talking about Christmas Vacation.
No.
All right, while I'm giving people 15 more seconds, you may know that we play voting game here. I'm not going to give you an R or NC-17 rated card, but out of all the VeeFriends team, this is your homework for the next 3 minutes. Who would have the most fun going to a nightclub alone on the whole VeeFriends team? Who would have the most fun going to a nightclub alone?
That's a good question to answer, but I don't think it's a bad.
No, it's not a bad card at all. Someone that's outgoing, independent. Guys, this is the fun pack. We have the sealed Home Alone pack. We have the sealed Impala out of $4.99, sealed Chinchilla out of $3.99, and the Driven Dragon pin.
I won't fully dox the name. A Woo, what we call her. She's just super outgoing. Like she's just always just down to have fun, like dance, like whatever. She's like super personable too. She's definitely would probably be the one. I don't know if she goes to nightclubs though, but yeah, she would be the most outgoing person probably out of all that. Ross does not count, otherwise probably Ross. Ross is
not a VeeFriends employee.
He wouldn't go by himself, but I guess if he did, yeah.
Ross would have 10 shots lined up at the bar for his party and everyone else. All right, here we go. Let's go. This is Corso Trivia. We're going to start right now. Where's my title?
Right there.
I had a nice picture of you. Wow. All right, here we go. Guys, it's speed. You want to have speed here. All right, what is Corso's favorite Pokemon character? Is it Squirtle, Meowth, Bulbasaur, or Eevee? What is Corso's favorite Pokemon character? You need
this was not too hard because it used to be my profile picture for the longest time. It was like a pixelated version of it. But
you guys need to play on another device. You need to hit the answers on another device when you're looking at this screen.
We might have Kahoot rookies in here.
So I'm gonna say one more time. I should have said it before. I just assumed people remember trivia, but we might have some new people. You need to watch the screen. That's where the question.
If you're on mobile, you should be okay if you have like the stream popped out because you can
there you go,
minimize it. But yeah, you got to be able to see the screen.
All right, let's see who got that. Gary V, J Loom, Greek Mike. Dom missed it. Big time fumble, Dom. Here we go. Next question. There's only 5. What Discord has Corso not been a part of? Is it Corso's Cards, Corso's Cavalry, Corso's Crib, or VeeFriends? One of these he has not been a part of. One of these is perhaps made up.
Perhaps. It's a good question too. Yeah,
Corso's Cards.
Corso's Crib got 4. We used to. I saw K. Cole's added a question to your Twitter. He was like, "When movie nights?" We used to do a ton of movie nights in Corso's Crib. That was the spot. Corso's Cavalry, for context, was when I used to stream on Twitch. That was like the hub for it.
Corso's Crib. I remember joining, but in episode 19 of VeeFam Sessions, you shouted out that Corso's Crib is not your first server.
Not my first. But actually, in all technicality, it's the first ever server I made on Discord back in 2016. But I revamped it to make it into Corso's Crib. Corso's Cavalry was like the first one I ran for like a specific reason. But Corso's Crib is a spot. It's still Discord. It's not really active, but I still have it. Still love it.
At least no one picked VeeFriends. Here we go, guys. Let's get an update. Let's go to Mo with the scores. Preston. Preston, is that you? I think Preston might be watching on YouTube.
Yeah, he's watching on YouTube.
I think he might be a former student.
Shout out Preston.
We're onboarding here, baby.
We're on board.
What's up, Presto? Let's go. Here we go. Question number 3. Corso pronounces Gary originally owned go.
I was about to read it out loud.
Not select the bottom 2. Just remember to follow at the VeeFam on X or IG and follow the VeeFam Network here on Twitch. VeeFam Sessions on YouTube. But how does Corso pronounce it? Goo. 2 people got it.
It's a go.
You're one of the goo.
I'm one of the people who received one, and so I have. He pronounced it wrong. That's wild. No, I'm one of the people who received one, so like my opinion matters. And because think about it, I'll explain how I normally do. Like, how do you pronounce BOO? Bo? Like, what are we doing? Right? Like, come on. Like, I don't even need to say anything else.
I understand. I've heard all of the rationales under the sun.
Yeah.
I understand. It's just it's a matter of accent. I'm not gonna point at someone and say their accent's funny and they pronounce things wrong. Anyway, here we go. Let's see who got that one. J-Loom. We have a nice tight race up there. J-Loom, Greek Mike, Preston the Best, AB, and Gary V. All right, here we go. We're getting to the end of the game already. Which company fumbled by not hiring Corso? Is it Best Buy, Kohl's, Abercrombie and Fitch, or American Eagle? One of these companies did not hire Corso.
Whoever gets this, like, let me know if you just guessed or you actually remembered, because I'd be curious.
My favorite trivia question I've ever made up.
I was gonna say, if someone remembered that, that'd be insane.
4 people said fuck Abercrombie.
Kohl's, I was gonna be like a salesperson on like the floor or whatever. I don't even know what the role was. Probably like restocking and stuff too. They said they'll give me a call back after the interview with the decision, and they never called me.
All time.
I didn't want to work there anyways.
All time fun. Chelsea and I have never liked Kohl's because when we first started dating, we were probably like 6 months into dating. We were buying a birthday present. We were going to a birthday party. We stopped at Kohl's and we're walking out and we get intercepted by like 3 employees.
Yeah.
And they accused her of shoplifting. So they like pulled her into the thing. We were dating like 6 months, and in my head I'm like, what did I get into? Like, did she like? I mean, we were serious, but like, I was like, did I like get into it with a klepto here? Obviously, she didn't steal anything. And like ever since that experience, we were like, forget Kohl's.
Yeah, no, fair enough. They always like when you're checking out too. They'll always be like, oh, and do you have a Kohl's membership? Like,
Yeah.
no.
Kohl's,
They're like,
yeah.
oh, well, here, you should sign up. Like, and like they really push it because they have to push it. Like, I remember waiting in line once and I heard a manager telling them like, you need to get them to sign up. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's like, what the, like they're on a register. Why? Like, I guess they get commission. So I don't know.
Oh boy. Anyway. You Kohl's, you messed up.
Messed up big time.
All right, here we go. Last question. Whoever wins this is gonna take it. Which Series 1 NFT was Corso gifted by the Gary V? Spontaneous Seahorse, Legendary Lemur, the Gratitude Gorilla, or the Gift Goat? Gary V himself sent one to Corso. You guys know Gary V. Not Dalty, the Gary V. It was the Gift Goat.
That's good that you put the lemur because I definitely tripped some people up. I was gifted a lemur, but it was by a community member. Alex was his name. But yeah,
guys, yeah. And if you want to hear the story of that, check number 19.
Preston got that. Wow. Preston, let's go. I hope you won, honestly.
I mean, if you're not looking, if you know nothing about VeeFriends or your story, like it makes sense. Like it was a gift goat. A gift goat was gifted.
That's true.
Let's see. If Presto wins this, 3rd place we have J Loom.
Oh, no, by 50 points. Gary V. Yeah. I had a
Gary V.
Damn.
Gary V.
Lost by 49.
Preston, are you Gary V, do you want to gift any of your prize pack to Preston, who is a newbie? I'm not going to dox his age.
Be a man of the people.
But he's a newbie. He's getting interested. He's hanging out on Mr. Messer's stream. This was for a prize.
No, it wasn't for anything, Dalton. You won nothing.
Dalty. A pin, 2 stickers, and a sealed pack
of Home Alone.
Of Home Alone 2 cards. we might have a gift here. Sealed Home Alone 2. A Chill Chinchilla out of $3.99. Dalty, there's no real ARB on these right now anyway. I know you like your ARB. Out of $4.99, the Impala. And then one of my favorite pins, actually. I love this pin. The Driven Dragon.
That's my favorite.
Driven Dragon out of 99. It's a Butte Clark. Just waiting. Just let Dalty. He's just checking comps right now on eBay. Just give him a second. Love giving Dalty a hard time. Dalty's been making moves. He donated a whole bunch of Thanksgiving dinners to people.
I saw that.
Check out Heroes, guys.
We're all the way down in Corso's Insta. I don't think it's on my regular Insta. It's probably on the Corso NFTs one.
Presto, hit us up. We'll send you a prize pack.
Let's go, Preston.
Dalty will send you something too. Thanks for coming on and hanging. And thank you, Corso.
No, thank you for the invite. Thank you. This was fun. I'm happy to answer more of those questions too. The card things. I could stay for a little bit.
Oh yeah, let's go. I'm just gonna quickly rip. I have a second pack. I have to rip this. Home Alone 2, I have a big thing. I'm a big Home Alone guy. I'm going to give you this one, another PG one. Who can make the most impressive structure out of Legos?
So we just did a gingerbread making contest on Tuesday. And let me tell you, Connor's ability to craft a very beautiful looking gingerbread house was insane. I think he could do it.
It was solo or partners?
No, solo.
Solo gingerbread.
Mine was pretty good too. Like I can't like his was like amazing. His was better than mine for sure. He did a great job, and I think he could do even better with Legos.
What was there a prize?
No, it wasn't really a competition. It should have been a competition. Last year I won it. I was tied for first place for last year's competition. It was a gingerbread man contest. This one was a gingerbread house. I feel like I would have been like top 4 at least in this one, but nonetheless.
Wow, that's so fun. Who directs it? Is it May or Andy? Who's the boss?
HR does.
HR. Mikey said, "I think I won." Mikey Kaloka.
Mikey did not. Yeah, he did not win.
Amazing. That's so cool. So Connor, you think would build the best logo or Lego logo?
I think he could. Yeah.
I really have to sift through a lot of these. Okay, here we go. Whose inbox is and calendars color coded?
Probably like a May.
Yeah, May's on.
Oh, actually, Daniel too. Daniel, at least with he's good with like sorting the inbox because he was showing me that. Yeah.
And speaking of Daniel, guys, during the stream, I showed you the schedule at the top. We just had another commitment. Daniel D is coming on. Daniel D is coming on the show.
January 9th.
Round 2. Let's go. We'll get to the date. Here we go. Real quick pack. Kevin and his buddies. Harry and Marv. Attack of the Pigeons.
What a great time.
Flattened Felons. Potential 10 here with the Flattened Felons. My family's on that plane. This is such a bad product. I just love it so much because of the movie. Marvelous Marv. No autos. No inserts. For the longest time, I thought there was a trump card in there. But there wasn't. Because he has a scene. Have you seen this?
Is this Home Alone 2 cards?
These are Home Alone 2 cards.
He's in Home Alone, right?
No, this
is tripping.
Trump is in Home Alone 2.
I know where it is. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, because they were in a hotel on the second one. Makes sense.
Proud Parents. And, oh my goodness. Let's go. A Generous Gesture. J-Loom, this will be your prize. This is the turtle dove scene. I'm big on turtle dove giveaways. 2 of them, one to someone else. Does anybody have? What's up, Carney? Does anybody have any questions for Corso while I ask him who from the team is secretly from the future?
It's a great question.
Who is secretly from the future?
I mean, I think an easy answer could be like an Adam Rips because like he like the way he like he's very mature for I think he's 22 now. 21, 22. I think he's 22.
That's wild.
So like he's pretty mature. He's doing a lot at his age. So like it almost feels like he's from the future because he's like just good at what he's doing. That's the only one I can come up with. I don't know.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Man, I can't say a lot of these.
Those are Cards Against Humanity ones.
Well, yeah, voting game is very similar against Cards Against, but yeah,
it is its own thing. I thought you just made up your own game and you use.
Oh no, yeah, it's
voting games like you have a group of people and you kind of say like I think like if Ambag's in our group and whoever it's like I think this card's Ambag. Yeah,
exactly. You can't vote for yourself and you have to vote for someone else in the group.
Oh yeah. We played that at Thanksgiving actually with my family, with my siblings.
And some of them are
there.
Some of them are a little rocky.
Oh yeah,
that's how we break the ice in VeeFam After Dark.
Yeah.
We've gotten to know people very well doing that. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna send this to the chat. There's some that have a blank. So chat, give us a couple options for what to fill in for the blank. So who acts way blank than they are? Who acts way blank than they are?
First answer is one that.
First answer.
More important.
Who acts way more important?
Second answer.
Second. This is a professional game here.
Of course, Dalton's want to say that.
Who acts way?
Who acts way ha 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 more than they are? Nobody's got one.
Nobody's got one. I'm not going to play to the card, but I'll ask. I don't want to say who acts way funnier than they are, but who's the most underrated funny person, or funny who's like someone that's funny that maybe we wouldn't think.
Eric Zettersten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the tech team.
Head of tech. Ambag said more shy.
Who acts
more shy? Me, but yeah, that's a tough one, honestly. Like everybody on the team for the most part, it's like usually like whenever someone who's new joins, they're always like a little shy at first, and like once you get to know them, like they're like the most sociable person. So I would just say that. I think feels right.
I love it.
I don't have an exact person, but who's the best singer? Adam Rips. Got to hear that man's voice. Angelic. It'll be like a late night, like after a stream, and he's just like singing. It's great.
Kegels.
Well, we'll answer his one. Mikey Cook.
Mikey's very well rounded. We learned a lot about Mikey last week. He's doing a lot. So
yeah.
You know. Who? I can't say that either. But let's do one more blank one. And let's keep it PG, guys. Who has never said no to blank? I feel like there's a lot of appropriate places we could go with that. Who has never said no to blank?
Who has never said no to blank?
Where's my cat here?
You don't want to see it. Who's never said no to pizza? That's a great one, Bark.
Who has never said no to pizza?
It's another me, but it's not gonna be Adam Rips because he likes specific pizzas. It's like, oh, it's not from here. He probably wouldn't say no for most, but I'd say Liam. Liam. Anytime there's free food in the kitchen, like we're always getting it. Like if there was like a meeting and they bought a bunch of food and then like they had leftovers, they put it in the kitchen for anybody to take. Yeah.
Have you tried pineapple yet?
Yeah, I don't really eat pineapple by itself, but like,
No, I meant on your pizza. Talked about this before.
Fuck no.
Dude, you
I'm not
gotta
doing
try
that.
it.
I don't even want to.
You're
It's a disgrace. That's not a conversation we need to be having. This is too political.
open-minded.
We're in a tough political state in this country, and you're bringing this up. You're bringing up politics with your damn pineapple on pizza shit.
I just had the best chicken and pineapple the other day. Tell him, man.
And this is the first time we're not agreeing, and I'm sorry, but this it is what it is. The real me's coming out.
Jalapenos. Ooh, jalapenos and pineapple. Guys, we're wrapping it up here. Let Corso. You're not going to have an opportunity until tomorrow to ask Corso a question where you can hit him on Discord or support VeeFriends or wherever.
Not support at VeeFriends anymore. If you do that, Liam or Daniel are gonna be like, why aren't 20 people in it? That'd be hilarious.
And that you're not going to be accessible.
I'll see it. I'll say that, but yeah, what were you saying?
Okay, out of 10, here we go. I have a question for you. I have a real pressing one. Out of 10, and I asked Mikey this too in a way. You can't say 7. So 10 is absolutely, 1 is there's no way. No way. Out of 10, what is the likelihood of you participating in the VeeFam Love Fest on February 3rd?
50 or 5.
5?
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Leave it out.
Leave it out
on this.
VeeFam Love Fest is the dating game 2.0.
So this is his dating game. So it feels unreal to be in the presence of Mr.
It's so funny how this is infiltrated to the 14 and under crowd. Brofit, what's up, bud? What you missed is an amazing round 3 with Corso, chopping it up. If you guys, again, I'm going to plug Origin Story, VeeFam Sessions episode 19, VeeFam Sessions episode 30. You're in the presence of VeeFriends legend. Where are we now with employees? You were number 7 or 8, I think I remember you saying. How many employees now?
I think around like 50. Honestly, I think that sounds right. Something in that range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, we're growing.
OG has been a weird word that people are debating these days, but you were definitely OG.
I would agree.
Do you have are you into Pudgies at all? Do you have a Pudgy bag?
I don't. Pudgy was one of the projects I think was one of the projects that I saw like below mint and like on secondary. I think Pudgy was that. It was like definitely below mint, and I was like, I don't really want to get one. I think that was one of those projects that I fumbled, but super cool to see what they're doing. They're always just doing great stuff. So
you still have your ape?
No,
you sold it.
Still have all the other stuff. So there's still a thought in me that something could happen, but I don't know. Like I still pay enough attention to anything. I own pretty much everything I still have. I still have the gutter cats.
And VeeFriends, of course.
Yeah, of course, my VeeFriend. Yeah, my VeeFriends aren't moving. I kind of want to like buy some nice Series 2s whenever they come up, but I just keep forgetting to check. Like, I don't know. I'm never like browsing. So I don't know. Just not browsing. But there's been some good ones. But I also want to keep some ETH because I don't have a ton. So tricky spot.
Yeah, I get it. I'm still telling people to buy book games. Book games.
Yeah, Burnt Island's been a year. It's been a year. Nice Burnt Island, treasure chest interruptions. It's great stuff.
Amazing. You guys are doing a great job. We appreciate you. Always have our best interest. Always been the pillar of a bridge that goes from the community to the team and then back again. So we really appreciate you. Cool guy to know. Thank you for following. Pokescoot, thanks for resubscribing. With Amazon Prime, you guys could, if you have Amazon, you could subscribe for free to the VeeFam channel. Black Label, thank you for gifting the Corso, who is now subscribed here. Vanilla, thank you. Thanks for your subs. Thanks for your follows. Corso, thank you. Guys, we're going to be here. No After Dark tonight, but we are going to be back next week with Cam Store. This is what I wanted to ask. I want to start something new where I bridge to the next guest. So what's a question I should ask to Cam?
Ask him what his favorite Bible verse is.
Done. Next week, Cam is someone that is not out in the open, front facing as some of the other guys. So definitely check it out, guys. Let's go. Oh, Vanilla just gifted a tier 1 sub to Mikey Kaloka.
Let's go. Mikey subbed up.
Mikey's got great hair, great plants, and now he's got a subscription to the VeeFam Network.
He's got a great couch too. I sat on his couch once.
Let's go. The good stuff. Yeah, I follow DOAC. Amazing. Yeah. This is awesome. You guys are the best. Corso, thank you. You're the best. Thanks to everyone for your support. I will see everybody next week, if not before. Have the best weekend, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Read more comics.
Let's go.